Hi, guys. Thank you so much for listening to the Gig Economy Podcast. Real quick, our big sponsor, Solo, want to talk real quick about them. They are a app where it can help you guarantee you to make more money if you are in the areas that they offer it. Basically, Solo uses millions of data points in cities across the country to create daily optimized work schedules for you that they guarantee, making up the difference if you earn less. They also help you track all of your 1099 income, expenses, miles, and project your taxes in one easy-to-navigate dashboard. It's a 2-week commitment, or free 2-week commitment trial to all gig workers. They have a $3.99 tier and a $7.99. Now, obviously, the $3.99 does not have the smart pricing or the smart guarantee. Sorry, the smart schedule and pay guarantee, but the $8 one does. Just check the site to see if you are in the city for that. But even if you're not, the $3.99 a month gets you income management, puts all your income into one app so you can track it. Has a leaderboard and tax projections and an automated mileage tracker. And man, if you are in that area that has the smart schedule and pay guarantee, it's silly not to do that. Basically, they tell you which app to work at which time to make the most money. And if you don't make as much as they quote you, they will pay you the difference. Check them out. The link is in the description. Solo, thank you so much for supporting the Gig Economy Podcast. Hi, guys. Welcome to the Gig Economy Podcast, episode 122 from this chilly side of the world in Michigan. I don't think it got above 50 degrees today, and fall is back, and it's time to get busy for winter driving.
Time to get busy. Hey, how you guys doing?
It's time to get busy. Guys, thank you so much for joining the Gig Economy Podcast. If you're new here, I encourage you to go to gigeconomyshow.com to check out everything Gig Economy Podcast related. You can find everything there, and we appreciate it. If you could smash that like button on everything that you possibly can and share the show, that would be incredible.
I'd encourage this. Share the show with 5 people that's in the gig economy that you don't think knows about the show.
Yeah, which would probably be a lot.
Yeah, I know. Should be easy.
Should be easy to do. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. We got a packed show. But before we get into that, a couple of housekeeping rules. I want to thank our Patreon members, Larry from Bowling Green, Samson from Grand Rapids, Steve from Colorado, Chris from Grand Rapids, James from Fort Collins, Bud Dickman from North Carolina, Tom Kelly from Houston, Omar from Detroit, and Lindsay G. And we found out where Lindsay is from. She is from Santa Clara, California, and she actually works for, I'm not going to say, because that's private information.
There you go.
But I want to say where she works for. It is not a gig company, I will tell you that. Julia says, Mom won't let you have a horse. That's rude.
No, it's not. It's good parenting right there.
It sounds like if you all subscribe to Patreon, Jesper will buy Julia a horse.
No.
Oh.
Well, okay, let's be specific. I'm going to need 2,500 people signing up for Patreon.
Yeah, and stay subscribed every month for me to pay for this horse.
Just to pay for their food.
Yeah, exactly. A couple other things. Of course, we have the Telegram group. I am actually starting. I've done 0 gig work this week. I did some work this week, but it wouldn't call it a gig. I'm actually a W-2 employee. I'm actually working for the public schools. So I'm a lunch lady substitute, Jesper.
Hey, it pays the bills.
Barely. It's $16.17 an hour.
You know, you can go work at Aldi for more than that.
Yeah, I know, but then I'll actually have to work.
True that.
So anyways, the Telegram group is where a lot of people across the country and our fans connect and talk about gig work or talk about what's going on in their life. It's just another community that's not so toxic like Facebook.
Right.
There's tons of Facebook groups, and all I see is people bitching and being mean and rude. And
that's another encouragement, people. Choose love and choose patience.
And choose Telegram.
Well, but just when you're online, choose patience.
I know.
It's just, don't be a troll.
I know. People are such jerks, and I hate them for that.
I know.
But yeah, join the Telegram group. The link is in the description. Also, a radio show every Friday night, 7 to 9 Eastern on tncradio.live. I will be on the show this week, so let's all come. When Jesper's on, we don't care.
Exactly, because it was a dumpster fire last Friday.
Yeah, it was a slow show, but hopefully Steve will be there and Tom, and we'll have a good time. But tncradio.live, they do have an app. You can listen right along. And then if you want to watch our smiling faces, you can go to our YouTube channel and it will be there.
And if you happen to be a person who's on the road all the time, tncradio.live have a lot of programs that you might enjoy listening to.
Yeah. I mean,
all the time.
Yeah. There's 24-hour programming that goes on. They're just like a regular radio show. You can actually win a word of a day, $1,000 a day and stuff like that. So I encourage you to check them out.
Tom and his crew over there does a really, really good job.
Yep. That's tncradio.live. Go there now. Download the app. Stories from the road. You're back again.
I'm back again.
You're back, take two. You were back with the old comfort van. Now you're back with a new one.
So the comfort van died.
We talked about that last week.
I must say, it started shaking, and it was time.
It was time.
So now...
Wait, did you get rid of it?
We sold it.
You did? Did you sell it on... you ended up trading it. They did give you quite a bit of money.
We got more money than I anticipated. So I was like, okay, yep, let me sign that, and you give me the check, and we all set.
Yeah. Usually those trade-ins are just shit.
But that's right now, it's crazy.
Yeah, the used cars are in demand.
Again, the van we had was a Chrysler Dodge. Chrysler Dodge, oh my gosh. Chrysler Town & Country, 2015 Chrysler Town & Country. And it had 200,000 miles on it.
I'll be honest with you. That is a 7-year-old car. I have a 12-year-old car.
I know.
With 50,000 more miles, and it's still running just fine. Now, I will say, it does burn a little oil.
But the body was also in great shape.
Yeah.
Of the van.
Yeah.
It was in great shape. The interior was in great shape. I mean, yes, it was showing signs
of course, it's out at 200,000 miles.
But also showing sign of being used for Uber, for 5 years and stuff like that. So it's showing sign. But it was in good shape. But what was killing it was we were down to the point where there was something going on with the engine. And I just didn't know what it was. And starting to spend $500,000 just to figure out what was wrong with it.
Yeah. I mean, is it true, Jesper? You're not great on maintenance.
Moving on. No, but at this time I'm actually I'm trying something else. You've always done an app.
Yeah.
Right. I have started an app where I'm keeping all my bills and everything in the app.
You're not using like Fuely or one of the other ones?
So mine is calling Fulio. It's what it's called. Fulio.
Yeah, it's a ripoff from Fuely. Yeah. Okay.
Maybe Fulio. Anyways, but the interface is nice. I'm able to set up reminders for when it's time to get an oil change. I'm able to keep all my bills in there. I can take a picture of all my gas receipts, that kind of stuff, put it in there. So, yeah, my hope is, and I mean, I've done it once, right? So it's easy to do now. I haven't created a habit around it yet.
I mean,
but you got to start somewhere.
Here's the best thing. You can start slowly because you're not going to have a lot of repairs. It's just oil changes and tires and brakes. And that's probably what you'd be farting around with.
So, anyways, dun.
Use back.
The new car is a 2020 Kia Sedona.
Yep. I looked at it tonight. It's pretty dope.
It is
I gotta admit.
Pretty dope. I mean, it has so many features, it's ridiculous. I mean, it practically drives itself.
Let's not get crazy. The best feature, though, because like I have a Honda Pilot, and to get in the back of my car, there's actually two ways to get. There's one way to get in, but there's two buttons. One flips the seat just down, and assholes climb over it to get in the back, which pisses me off, especially in the winter. Or the other one where it goes forward and slides at the same time. Jesper's got one lever and it does it all simultaneously, and it's beautiful. I'm more jealous of that than anything.
And then I actually have 8 seatbelts.
Yes. So now you have room for at least 12 when they pile in. I mean, just kidding.
7 passengers.
Allegedly.
In Michigan here, the Michigan is that for you to be able to have 8 in your car, there has to be 8 seatbelts.
Yeah, everyone has to have a seatbelt.
Now, the people in the back don't have to use it if they're over 18.
16, sorry,
you're right.
Yeah.
But there has to be a seatbelt for them. So that's the thing.
That's so weird.
That's the law. I looked it up, and it's like...
Well, because if you had 6 toddlers back there, you'd have to have seatbelts for all of them anyway. So
sure.
Yeah.
So
little update for me. Like I said, I'm slowly getting back into gig work. I've got my gig phone here. I've downloaded Gary's apps, re-downloaded and subscribed to his Maximo and Drive Utility Helper, and so like I'm getting those. I'm just letting them play, let them do. I've gone online, not taking anything, just kind of getting the cobwebs out of that phone a little bit, updating everything.
So what are you using for a gig phone, and why is it that you're using two different phones?
Yeah, so like I said, with Gary's apps, they only run on Android.
Okay.
And so this basically has everything. I have a Google Pixel 4, I think it is. It runs every app that I use except Walmart. And what I do on the Walmart, I keep that on my main phone so I can focus on that.
Yep.
Because that's mostly what I do. And the other stuff, I can monitor things like...
I was going to say, when you do Walmart, you don't do the other apps at the same time, right?
No, but I might be running Flex Alert in the background on the Android phone. And like if a route pops up, then I might grab it. But yeah, I don't... Well, yeah. What I do is, like, if Walmart gets slow, I just turn DoorDash on the other phone, and I have two mounts in the car. They just sit right next to each other. So,
okay.
Sounds like a pain. It's actually not that clunky, and I think with my Xfinity plan, it costs me $20 a month.
Hey,
so I mean that's
can't
pennies.
beat that. Well, and it's a business expense.
100%, and and 100%, I'll forget to write it off at the end of the year.
No, you won't.
No, I won't. I don't.
Have your accountant ask all the questions.
Right. A couple other things. We talked about Rapify, and I tried it. I got approved. Everything. I'm super excited to get that Amazon ad that they're hiring, but they can't find an installer in my area to put it on. So I'm ready to go. Like I've been approved. I do have to take my gig economy podcast sticker off. It's like whatever. That car is going to Avery in a year anyways. But I'm ready to go.
Could you reach out to them and say, I know somebody who can do it? And then, because I mean,
it's a good point.
I know several auto shops in town that will wrap cars. That's what they do.
I should text them. What's cool about Rapify is they're like texting me. It's not even an email exchange.
Right.
And they get back to me within a day. Like if I text them. So it's incredible. I love their customer service. They're at least trying to do it. But like this is passive income. Like I'll do that. Like it basically $200 a month.
Yep.
So. And then we talked about SipZ. There we go.
SipZ.
At the end of the last show, and then talked extensively on it on Patreon if you want to catch the rest of that. But just want to give some feedback. Jesper's son, Maxwell, downloaded it. Or it's not an app. It's web-based. And any feedback?
So he gets notified. So the cool thing about SipZ is anybody over 16 can do it.
That's super cool.
You have to have a driver's license, and then as long as you're 16. Now, between 16 and 18, I had to sign a form to say he can do it. And he's done 3 of them, and I think he kind of likes it. It's his time. He has lots of it, and so that's a good thing for him to kind of do that on. And so it's SIPZ as in zebra EE.com.
Yeah.
And so we just need more people to use it.
Well, why don't you tell people what it is?
So it's a can return service. So if you have a bunch of cans and you don't want to use it, so if you don't return your own cans, you can sign up to be to use their service
as a customer,
not as a returner, as a customer, and then basically you get paid 5 cents a can. I think it is 5 cents a can, and you pay that to SipZ, and then SipZ turns around and sells those same cans to their returners for 4 cents a can, and they make a cent.
Yeah.
And then the returner can hand it back to the stores and make 10 cents a can. Yeah. And so they make the difference, right? So
it sounds more complicated than it is, but basically your gig work is picking up people's cans on their door,
right,
and returning them, and you keep the cash or whatever's in the bag.
Yep. And it's all by estimated. Yep. And so far, I must say that the estimations are definitely in Maxwell's advantage.
Well, that's good that they've done that.
So it's obviously they want to make sure that their returners, their workers are well taken care of. And so that seemed to be the case.
Yep, and we'll be interviewing them tomorrow. Not sure when that episode will come out, but if you're on Patreon, you get it right away. So, and they're only in Michigan right now.
Right. I do want to say one more thing that is actually super cool. If you don't want the money back at all, you can choose to have that money go to a local nonprofit.
Yeah, that they have affiliated with, which is like lots of them.
They have lots of them.
Yeah, so if you don't want the money, which it's like not that much anyways, but.
Right.
So I signed up as a returner. As we know, I sign up for every gig I can possibly find. And then, yeah. And I also signed up for Labor. I'm all approved on Labor, too. So that's another app we talked. I think it released August 29th.
Yep.
Check out that episode. They are in more than just Michigan. I think Oklahoma and Montana? What's MT? Is that Montana?
Montana, I believe. Now, you did tell me that Labor was a little bit different than you originally thought.
I may have heard the interview wrong. So when I was talking to the lady, she's like, "Oh, how would you hear about us?" I was like, "Well, let me tell you." And she's like, I interviewed the CEO, and she's like, "Well, that's something I've never heard." So one thing is strange. They do onboarding like phone calls, which is very odd for gig work companies.
But kind of nice though, right?
Yes, and super nice lady. I can't remember her name, but she was nice. Got me onboarded. We went through the background check. Like 7 minutes, I was good to go. So,
oh, wow.
Yeah. So anyways, you can check their app out. It looks like not a lot of Labor over here in Lansing. Yeah. Sign up for it. I mean, it is in Michigan, so.
I mean, that's the thing. The same goes for this as for Zipsy and all the other new apps. The more and the quicker you guys start utilizing it, the quicker it's going to grow.
Well, I think one of the problems with all those apps, too, is getting customers.
That's the thing,
It's
right?
the same thing of starting a new rideshare company. It's not the drivers. They're drivers lined up for miles ready to work for you. So,
but in the Labor's case, it's kind of hand in hand.
Yeah.
Because if Labor can say, hey, you can sign up for us, but I have no people working in my area, then they're not going to sign up.
Of course.
So it's kind of...
Well, the thing with Labor
is chicken and the egg kind of thing.
They're working with big companies. So
Okay.
It's not like their clients aren't like Joe Blow down the street. They're working with...
So what are the average clients? Who are they?
I see a lot of it's quoted as material handling, and I don't
Okay.
know. They don't really put the names.
Is that like factory jobs, you think?
Like one of the description was like unpacking and labeling and sizing clothing. Don't know what it is. They don't really tell you where it is. I know one is in Zealand. That they have a lot in Zealand, whatever this company is. So I don't know where it is. But
there's lots of big manufacturing plants out in Zealand.
Yeah,
so.
and they give you a description. You can choose the job. Usually they're 3-hour blocks. You can choose a whole day. Rates start at $15 an hour, and then as you do more gigs for Labor, your pay raise will go. You will get a pay raise $16, $17, $18. I think that's the top 18. But one of them had a $25 bonus on it currently, so that jumps your pay up to like if you do a 3-hour, it jumps it up to $22 an hour.
Sure,
which is not bad.
Well, then it's good, and there's no driving involved, and you know you're gonna get it, and all those things. Yep.
And y'all still can write those the mileage off driving to those
to and from.
Yep. So, anyways, so that's the update. The stories from the road, which was super long, but that's okay. That's what we do here. The Gig Economy Podcast will be right back.
Hey, I'm Mike.
And I'm Jason, and we're the hosts of the Threads podcast, Life Unfiltered.
And we are on a mission to rid the world of Facebook fake, Instagram ickies, and Twitter takes.
And we do this through unfiltered dialogue about faith, mental health, and uncomfortable conversations.
And sometimes we talk about really deep and serious topics.
And sometimes we talk about stupid stuff and make jokes and talk about our lifelong goal of being great at fitness.
But no matter what, we are unfiltered as we talk. So we hope that you join us on the journey.
Gig economy in the news. First up is me. I read this article and what's up?
Did we introduce all our Patreon members? I don't
yeah,
remember
we did
doing
that. We're like 19 minutes in already, so I already did that.
Oh, I'm sorry, I
That's
missed
okay.
that.
So, do you want to tip your Amazon driver for delivery?
Hell no.
There's part of the problem. Driver is the new app for that. So this article from TechCrunch, you can look at the app, or it's not an app. It's called DRIVR. Is a new startup trying to close that gap between last mile delivery services and the company. So obviously, as you know, like Amazon works for. They don't work directly for Amazon. FedEx is the same way. UPS is almost the only one, maybe DHL, that actually work directly for the company.
Okay.
So these guys they don't have an opportunity to get tipped. And so this company is trying to create this startup Now stick with me. Let me before you jump on. So they're going to create a pool of money. They're going to set this up. So obviously what I talked about the clients, this is important to the clients. So what they're going to do is they're going to track the driver and they're going to try to get clients in a certain area. Let's say, just for simplifying it, my zip code, which is 49418. So they're going to track all the drivers in there because the drivers sign up for it too. And then they equally twice a month pay out the tips to all those drivers in that area. Do you understand what I'm saying? So they basically get a big pot.
I don't like it, but I do understand.
Okay, what don't you like about it?
Well, because so let's say that I have two different drivers in that period, in that time, right?
Yeah.
And one driver did awesome, and the other driver sucked ass.
They did talk about that. That is an area of pain for them because there are a lot of shitty drivers out there.
Well, exactly.
They are talking about as it gets up and running, they're going to offer how you can favorite a driver, and so then you can just get him the tip. So basically, what you're able to say, I can actually go in and say, I don't want to tip the pool. I just want to tip Tom Jones. Yeah, but they got to get past. So would you do that? Would you offer $10 a month for your delivery driver? So let's say like your whole neighborhood, my whole neighborhood put in $10. Okay, now the pot's starting to get big. You got 200 homes putting $10 in a month, then all of a sudden these drivers can get tipped out accordingly. So I'm assuming the driver, it didn't really talk about them. I'm assuming they have an app on their phone that tracks where they go in the route. So I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of roadblocks to get where they want to go.
Well, I think so too. And it's like, why aren't they just being paid a livable wage from the company?
Okay.
I mean,
okay. So here's I'm glad you said that. The problem is, why don't you say that from DoorDash?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Yeah. So they say the pay range for these drivers is $16 to $22 an hour. Now, granted, I don't think $16 is a livable wage. Not in this time.
No.
Not in 2022.
No.
But 22 is getting up there.
Correct. Now, are they contract workers though, or are they paid? Are they full-time people?
So I know with FedEx, they are. They're W-2, but they're W-2 through that DSP, not through Amazon. If that makes a difference to you,
but it doesn't make a difference to me.
Okay. So they are W-2. So they're getting taxed.
So they are probably salaried.
No, they're hourly. Well, I think Amazon's hourly. I know FedEx because I worked for them for a bunch of years. It's per package. So you get paid a certain amount. Like when I sub for him, he's like, I'm going to pay you $150 a day regardless of packages. But if you work for them full time, it's depending on package.
And they do that, of course, because the more packages you deliver, the more you get paid.
Yes. But for me, when I was doing just seasonal, it was a flat rate regardless of packages. It was $150. But they kept it at that. They controlled my load like that. But like a regular driver could get piled on.
Right.
So
I don't know. I'm not a big fan of really tipping that type of delivery drivers. I guess they should get, in my mind, they should get paid by the company because it's too hard to control.
Yeah,
I should go out and give them $5 every time they give me a package. I mean,
what I do is I put snacks out there.
Right.
I got snacks and sodas. I do have to buy a little mini fridge because I realize if I have sodas out there in the winter, they're going to explode. Like when it gets to like 10 degrees in the garage and I come out and Megan's car is covered with soda, she's not going to be happy about that. I did post the app in the car or in the chat, so if you want to take a look at it. So, I mean, I'm going to sign up for it. You know, the one thing I didn't like about the article though, it talked about how that Amazon Flex and Whole Foods drivers get tipped. Amazon Flex doesn't get tipped unless you're doing Whole Foods. So I think they kind of misquoted that in the article, but he said basically if 10% of customers tip $10 a month, driver pay will go up by 20%. That's what he's saying. So I don't know. Similar to Nextdoor, our strategy is to start hyper-local and expand out regionally. We developed the neighborhood prior to launching it to drivers. So that's good. They're going into the neighborhood before they even launch it to drivers, trying to build that. But then it's the trust of like, are you trusting this company to do it? You know what I mean? It's like you're adding a third. Like if I Venmo somebody, I'm going to trust that Venmo is going to send the money to them. I don't have any problem with that at all.
Correct.
But if I'm like uploading money to an app that's new and then I'm worried that it just seems kind of weird. But
it is. I can't help but think that there must be better ways of ensuring that the drivers and the
but how?
delivery, I don't know.
I mean, I don't know how. If you're,
so I forget his name. Reviews and how tos say just throw your Cash App or QR code on the Amazon packages that you deliver.
I mean,
so that's an option, right? I don't know that they're gonna like it much, and I don't know you're gonna be able to stay as a driver for much longer. But.
Yeah, it's super strange. I know during Christmas I would get tipped as an Amazon driver.
So that's a different question. So let me turn that around for you, and I'm interrupting you. I'm sorry about that.
Okay.
Do you guys tip? Do you tip your postal workers in like as a yearly bonus kind of thing in the mailbox for Christmas?
I have in the past. I don't do it regularly.
And it's the same for us. We've done it a couple of times.
Yeah. I guess I got to be in the right mood, and I'm not too busy around Christmas to think about it. I don't really have a connection with my postal worker, though. Like, I remember.
You have a connection with your FedEx driver?
No. And I don't with my Amazon. Yeah, that's true.
Why is that different?
It's not at all. But yeah, I don't know. During the pandemic, it was kind of cute. My daughter Avery, when it was really locked down, she started writing notes randomly to the post lady, the postal worker, and then they would write notes back and forth, and put it in the mailbox, which technically is illegal, even though she was doing it. But
is it that though?
Yeah, you cannot use that. You cannot put anything in that mailbox other than paid mail.
Huh, I did not know that.
Yeah, it's a federal crime.
Well, I know it took.
So when people put flyers around, even putting it on the mailbox on the outside, like wrapping a rubber band around the flag, is actually a federal crime.
And this is the other weird thing that technically your mailbox, even though it's yours and you pay for it, it's federal government. It's their property.
It's just like the city of the parkway is theirs. Even though I maintain it, plant flowers, it's still theirs. They can come in and tear the shit out of it if they want, and I don't have a say in it.
But you didn't pay for it.
Technically, no. But I'm paying to water it and mow it and beautify it.
At least you think so.
Yeah. Shut up. Anyways, check out that link if you're interested. You know me, I'll sign up for anything. If I got an extra $5 1 month, I'd be ecstatic.
Wait, are you a gig worker whore?
I am. I need to change it from Delivery Daddy and Telegram group to gig. It's
whore.
So, yeah, you're right, because a whore makes money. That's right. The other word I'm not going to say, which is terrible, SLUT. I'll just spell it. That's when you don't make money. Okay, I got you. You said it right. Good job. I appreciate it. All right, moving on. Good Lord. We're on the second article, and it's already 30 minutes in.
So this is not an article, though.
This is there. You can just talk about it.
This is a story, and it's I guess texting back and forth between a customer.
It's DoorDash.
And a DoorDash. And he goes, your order was dropped off. Please refer to this photo your Dasher provided to see where it was left. And then there's a picture there. And he said, your dog bit me, dude. Keep your animals inside when you order delivery. I apologize. I didn't realize she had snuck out. Feel free to kick her.
Oh my god!
Who says that?
I don't know, but
who says that?
Even if you're joking, do you want your dog kicked? I mean, seriously, I feel bad for the dog.
I know. I like that, Catherine. Gigolo. I like it.
Oh. Do you remember that movie? Was it Gigolo? Was it Rob Schneider and?
Yeah, I think it is Rob Schneider. It's quite funny.
Yeah, it's a throwback, probably from the 90s, I would guess. Oh, that was a good show.
Gigolo. I like that.
Yeah. So the next couple of things is DoorDash related. This first picture I thought was interesting. I'm not sure. Someone from our Telegram channel shared it, but it says, get an extra $1 for high quality shopping. Meet the following criteria while shopping for this order to get an extra $1. Find all items or customer approved substitutions. Follow the customer instructions for out of stock items. If instructions are unclear, contact the customer. So basically, they're paying you $1 extra to do what you're supposed to be doing. Now, I think that's great.
If you do it with high quality.
Yeah, but I mean, find all the items or customer approved substitution. Here's the problem. This is how they get out of this as I close this photo off our face. Sometimes customers don't text back.
Right.
So then what do you do? Are you out that... Deuce Bigelow, male gigolo. That's what it is. Oh, I love that. You're out that $1, which is only $1, but I got to admit, at least DoorDash is trying. So, yeah, nay?
No, they are. I think it's good. It's just, I mean, it's the same reason why sometimes in some periods you get $1 extra for the ride for Uber.
Yeah. It's just a little bonus. And it's $1. Hey, it's more than the freaking fuel thing that they were given.
What is it, 55 cents or whatever?
Well,
Did they stop doing that completely now?
I think so. I think DoorDash is where you had to drive a certain amount of miles and it bumped up to a $5 tier, a $10 tier, and a $15 tier. It was based on miles driven.
Oh, okay.
So they just tracked your miles like to the restaurant and to the customer. So following up on last week, we talked about the hourly for DoorDash and how the $10 was like crazy. And one of the gig workers in our area, the two orders were like $1.50 and then $3. Like that's the orders she delivered, but she was on the $10 hour thing.
Right.
And she was like, I think they're giving us all the shitty orders. Of course, duh. Someone in the local group got this text and this picture I'm going to show, and this is what it says. Dasher, we're increasing the hourly rate when you earn by time to $16.75 an hour because Dashers in this mode will see more orders with lower tips. This increase ensures you keep maximizing your time and you will still keep 100% of any tips you receive on top. No, they won't. They'll steal them. But, I mean, we've been down this road. We know DoorDash steals them. So that ain't bad, though.
No, it's not.
I don't know what time that's happening. If it's happening during rush hour on a Friday, that's not great.
No.
But if it's on a noon on Tuesday, I'll take that all day.
Well, but that's the thing, right? So their algorithm is going to tell them when it's most beneficial for them, of course.
Yeah, I mean, it's always going to be beneficial for the company. I mean, which
Right.
makes sense. They're not being shady when they're doing that. They're there to make money. And
Right.
I don't fault them for that. I fault them for hiding tips.
So I don't know if I shared this with you last time or not, but I did actually get approved for Instacart. I think it's Instacart.
Yeah, we talked
as a
about it.
shopper.
You never took one, though, right?
Oh no, hell no. Those batches are so bad.
I was talking to Gabe a couple days ago, and he's over in Ann Arbor and Ypsilanti area,
Yep.
and he says he cleans up on Instacart.
No, and that might be great over there, but I mean, the orders I got here, like I got like a batch was like I had to do them within 40 minutes or something like that.
Yeah.
And it was like 2 stupid small batches, and I would make like $16 on it. It's like, what? Including driving? No way.
Yeah, I mean, the pandemic's over, buddy. You're going to get paid shit for shopping now.
Well, but that's why I'm not doing shopping. It's just,
So interesting. Tyler said he doesn't hit start shopping till I have all the items. What is the advantage of that?
Well, so again, you get your $1 bonus, right? Because you're doing it fast, you're doing good, and
Yeah, but I mean, it was more than just doing it in a timely manner. It was like, what was it? Yeah, it doesn't have anything to do with doing it fast. Speed is not a thing. I'm just curious what would be the advantage of it, because if there's an advantage, I'm going to do it. So yeah, Tyler, tell me what the advantage of that is. I don't know.
Please tell us.
All right, moving on, Jesper. We're going to talk about Uber ads.
I do not like this one bit. But basically, this is for the people using Uber, not us, of course. But Uber unveils ads in the ride-hailing app for the riders. Uber users can expect to start seeing more ads while digitally hailing rides, ordering food, or even while en route to their destination. In news, so to keep going on, brands and advertisers can also buy sponsored listings through its food delivery service Uber Eats and sponsor email campaigns through the ride and delivery company. Another pilot will allow companies to post their ads on in-car tablets. I found this interesting. Initially only in Los Angeles and San Francisco market. So basically, Uber is now back to testing in-car tablets.
Yeah.
And
so it's not in the app?
Well, no. So the drivers, the riders were seen in the app, right?
Oh, okay.
But they will also have
ads on a tablet in the car?
Correct. Yeah. So there'll be tablets for the cars.
Oh my gosh.
So we'll have to see how that works out. We've seen lots of those services, right?
Well, Octopus.
Exactly. Octopus is one and that kind of stuff. But again, I'm assuming this has to be some certain size markets before it's even valuable enough for them to do that. So We have a global audience of valuable purchase-minded consumers who, as part of our core business, tell us where they want to go and where they want to get. Well, yeah, you would say that because otherwise, they're ordering a ride. so that's that. So basically, they're just finding new ways of utilizing all that data that they have.
Okay.
Now, one thing I thought was interesting with this is they're adding additional streams of revenue. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, the whole point of this is to finally at some point
be profitable
and start actually paying money back to all this, the people who own stock.
Yeah.
Right. But what they're also doing, if you really think about it, is all this stuff is adding credence to the fact that they are just a technology company.
Yes.
And they're not a transportation company.
Correct.
So there's many areas that this is actually going to improve their market, also in the whole sense of, are we contract workers? Are we employees? All that stuff going back to. So
I'd be interesting to see how that works because I hear a lot of people using those Octopus tablets, but I don't know. I never hear any feedback from customers, like people riding in the car if they don't like it. I think we're so used to advertising, it's not a big deal.
No.
It doesn't really bother me, the ads. I mean, every once in a while I watch a YouTube video and it feels like they put ads up every 2 minutes, or I listen to a podcast and it's like every 10 minutes they're putting an ad in. That gets a little much, but it's kind of part of the thing. I guess I'm not so, selfishly for our company, a small company, I don't mind the ads because I know I'm supporting a local creator. But if Uber does it, I'm just kind of like, oh.
I was going to say, I better not start seeing them in the driver app. Then I'm going to get Chris.
Well, yeah, I know. That's just like, seriously, this is what you're doing to try to become profitable? You're spamming the drivers with ads? Like, oh my god!
Right now it's the riders. So,
right, I know, but I'm saying, but
yeah.
even as a rider, like this rider's paying $100 to drive from the airport for 20 minutes, and then you hit me with ads too. It's like, come on,
exactly.
Unless it's like, one thing I don't mind is the Instagram or TikTok ads because it's super curated for me. Right. There's some cool stuff on there that I've actually bought off those apps, and I don't mind that actually advertising. It's when I see the period pads on my effing Facebook, and it's just like, you're not even hitting the mark there, guys. You're like, yeah, I talked about my period with my daughter, but like doesn't mean I want to buy period pads or whatever.
But hey, you're gonna be out there doing it soon. Buying them for your daughter.
Oh no, I've been there, done that, and my wife. No problem there. Yeah, I'll be out buying it shopping it for customers.
This is another one of those fun things. My wife always kind of thought it was weird that I didn't mind doing it. I don't care at all.
What? Who cares?
I don't mind at all. But there's a lot of men who don't want to do it.
I know, and it's super strange. I mean, it's not like you're going. Now, would you be weird? Okay, this is weird, but like, it's not like you're going to buy condoms for your son. Like that would be weird.
Correct.
Or buying lube for your daughter. Like, doesn't it's like
this would never happen.
Of course it wouldn't. This is a human thing of life. These poor women have to go through this. Well, you can help out and go pick the shit up. That's my attitude. For period stuff.
Yes.
Not the other stuff.
No.
Let me clarify.
And again, I don't mind at all.
No, I don't know.
She just needs to tell me exactly what she needs because I have no clue.
I'm going to need a picture. I'm going to need a picture. Because thank God when you're shopping for Walmart, you go to that wall and you're like, hello? Is anybody here? So bad. All right. Where are we at here?
Wow, Steve, you're doing another curry? The curry must be blowing up in your market.
You know what? Guess what?
What?
I got to take my sweatshirt off. Fill time. Talk to Steve.
Talk with Steve. Okay. So, no, the other day, the reason why I was saying this is because curry is obviously fairly new in our market, I believe, right? And then last Friday, I guess you were doing a curry order then as well. And I'm assuming you've been doing more since then. So how is curry doing in your market, and kind of, are you seeing a growth in that, in the people using it?
Yeah, I think he's doing a little program. I saw something on YouTube. Okay. He's doing curry, like he's trying to like do like curry and dumpling. I think I haven't quite watched the video yet, but dumpling. So you don't know what dumpling is?
Well, I know what a dumpling is, but I don't know what the app is.
That's you're see, most people say men's thoughts are in their penis. Yours is in your tummy. We know what a dumpling is. They're fucking amazing.
I love those.
So Dumpling is a company that works like Shipt. You know what it is. You're the one that told us about it. It's the one that you own your own business and you do the ship shopping. You're the one. We use your lady, Dumpling.
No.
Yes.
Oh, that thing.
Yeah, you own your own business and you have your own clients and you shop for them.
Is that called Dumpling? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's Dumpling.
Okay. Yeah, Michelle used that a couple of times.
Yeah, we used it a couple times
during
too.
the pandemic, but yeah, we don't use that anymore, of course.
Well, you do most of your own shopping.
Our own shopping now, yeah. Actually, Michelle's been doing most of the shopping, which is cheaper for us because I just buy whatever I want.
Yeah, you buy shit. What's up? The Driven Dad from Colorado. Love that guy. I have you on a list, sir. Right here. Your name is on here. I have to connect with you along with Jerry does DoorDash and Joe Let's Play DoorDash. These are guys I want to get on the show when I kick Jesper off. So,
no,
I
can leave right now.
No,
bye.
Tyler said he tried Dumpling with no success. It is a app that takes time to build. You have to build clientele.
Yes.
I mean, those are your private customers, and it just takes time.
Correct.
It's not a download it and let's go. It's a download it and.
I mean, the user, from what I remember, the user experience was pretty good for using the Dumpling app.
Yeah, I didn't have a problem with it. And I think it's a great idea if you want to start your own business. Although it is weird, you're kind of going to be taking Instacart and Ship's customers. So I'm guessing that they drop cards with the preferred. You know what I mean? Because how do you build clientele without kind of stealing their customers? But. So Uber Eats is to deliver pot in Toronto, but it's not quite what it says, which I was a little fussy about when I read it. So basically, if you're in Toronto, age 19 years or older, you'll be able to order. No, I don't want to subscribe to your stupid news shit. Fuck. Sorry. I hate those pop-ups. If you're 19 years old, you'll be able to order in the app as you would from a restaurant and search for cannabis and blah, blah, blah. However, deliveries will be made by the cannabis retailer staff rather than an independent driver.
And I bet it's because...
The legalities?
Yeah.
So I know here you can become a driver, not through Uber Eats, but you do work for... it's that Ease, E-A-Z-E. Did you remember seeing those ads for a long time?
Yeah.
I tried to sign up. I filled in my availability, and
they
never reached out.
They knew you were going to keep it for yourself, so.
Wow. That's probably true. I mean, 20% for me, 80% for you. But, so that's kind of cool. It's working with another company.
You keep the gummies for yourself.
Yeah, I like the gummies. I don't like the straight grass. But I think it's cool. I think they should be doing it more. It's weird. Pot is weird. I wonder if it's like that in Canada. I think still in Michigan, you can't pay with a card. You have to pay with cash. The banks do not allow those companies to bank with them if they're a cannabis company.
That's weird.
It's weird. It's still
Why is it any different?
Because federal. Banks are federally FDIC, and it's still illegal federally. That's why. That's why you might see two guys armed to the teeth with weapons in those places because there's a lot of cash in there. Just saying. Don't rob a bank. Rob a weed store.
Rob a weed store. Then you can get some weed as well.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 100% what I'm saying. All right, boys.
Just don't rob anything.
Yeah, Solo is one of our new sponsors. We can't thank them enough. Solo basically uses millions of data points in cities across the country to create daily optimized work schedules for you that they guarantee in the cities that they are currently doing that, making up the difference as you earn less. They also help you track all of your 1099 income expenses, miles, project your taxes in one easy-to-navigate dashboard. They offer a 2-week, no-commitment trial to all gig workers. Starts out at $3.99 a month for the basic if you don't have the smart schedule in your area, or pro $7.99 a month. But again, a 2-week trial. The link is in the description. Of course, annual plans are also available at 20% discount. But yeah, in all the cities, you get income management, tracks all your income across all the jobs so you can see where you're making the most money. Of course, automated mileage tracker. I feel like every app out there that we talk about is automatic mileage. Tax projections, what they think you can make, and then a leaderboard, which I kind of like to see how much you're making. So currently, the cities are Seattle, Miami, Orlando, Tampa, Nashville, Atlanta, Houston, Dallas, San Antonio, Austin, Chicago, Indianapolis, Detroit, and Columbus. But I know Steve announced that they are dropping a couple more cities soon.
Very cool.
So check them out. I mean, damn. If I could have something that I would be more comfortable jumping, so behind the curtains, Jesper and I have a production company for podcasting and stuff. And my goal would be to grow that enough so I can not do lawn care and supplement with gig work. Yep. If I had Solo Smart in my area, I would feel more comfortable making that jump if I could get guaranteed earnings if I drove. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I wish that would come to Grand Rapids. And maybe it will soon.
Well, the more riders who start using it, the more drivers start using it, and the more data they get, the quicker they can turn on.
Yep.
Because they need a certain amount of data points.
Yeah.
I have it installed on my phone. I don't have the $3.99 plan yet.
Yeah, I mean,
but
yeah, I downloaded it too, and it didn't offer me the plan yet. So I'm wondering if it will just not work after the 2 weeks.
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
but I use
Moves.
Sorry, not Mover. Moves. And I love that app.
Yeah, I have everything connected. I wish I could pull everything in there. Like, I wish I manually could put in the school I work. The work I do at the school. Right. Like, just so I can have a snapshot. Because it feels like all these apps kind of allow different ones in.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, but anyways, yeah, I'm going to use the Move too. Everything else is in there.
Thank you so much, Steve.
Steve, smack that like, y'all. We got 2 likes. Can we get more? Come on. Do we even have anyone on Twitch tonight? Let's see. Somebody's on Twitch. Anyways, Steve, I really appreciate you. That means a lot.
That means a ton for us.
So yeah, check out Solo. If you just at least download it, check it out, play around with a little bit. If it's not to your liking and you won't use it, fuck you.
At least you see if the smart feature is available in your city, because I almost guarantee you're gonna be driving smarter with it.
Yeah. What did it say? Let me look at they give me, they say that the average gig worker can take over $5,000 more each year by using it.
There you go. So let's do the quick math here, right? So 12 times $4, that's $48. That's a damn good investment if you can make $5,000 extra.
Yeah. Well, I think I think that's only for the smart feature though.
No, okay.
Yeah, so it's $8 a month.
That's $8. So
but still, it's pennies.
So that's $100.
Yeah,
right?
whoop-de-doo.
I know.
And if you prepay for the year, it's cheaper. Anyways, this has been a long ass ad, so sorry.
Hey.
I feel like our ads aren't really ads. We talk about the main portion and then we just shoot the shit about it. So
we are just excited about it.
I know.
Thank you so much for supporting us. Solo.
I know. I'm so excited. Solo's great, and we're gonna get them on for another interview with their updates. We haven't scheduled that yet, so. Okay.
And you get those interviews first if you are a Patreon.
Yes. Okay, Jesper, tell me about the Guinness Book of Records for...
The Guinness Book of Records.
For Uber drivers. Thank you, Steve from UberLiftDrivers.com for this article. I know he didn't write it, but I stole it from his website, so I better tell him because he's listening.
So basically, it is just that. It's a Guinness Book of Records for Uber drivers, rideshare drivers, whatever. How many rides can a driver who used Uber complete in 5 years, and many more? So basically, they just kind of went out and they kind of completed some stats that are kind of interesting. So here's some of these numbers, and just kind of listen to this. The biggest number of trips completed by one driver in 5 years, last 5 years, 41,026 rides.
Wow.
41,000 rides in 5 years by one driver. The biggest number of trips completed by one driver in 21, 11,082. So that was the person on the app. He, in 2021, the number one driver who did the most was 11,000 rides, almost 11,100 rides.
Does it have something about riders? That's what I want to see.
No,
it looks like just drivers.
So the longest trip completed by one driver in the last 5 years was 850 kilometers. 850. That's about 1,000 miles. in one ride.
So what is it across from the state or from the? Was it 2,200 miles from East Coast to West Coast, something like that?
I have no idea.
So
how would I know?
I don't know. Why are we talking geography on this show? We know math and geography.
The coolest car on the app is a Porsche Cayenne. That's a cool car.
Yeah.
The biggest number of trips completed by a female driver in the last 5 years is 7. No, I'm doing. Sorry, bad idea. 19,336. That was a bad joke.
I missed it because we actually got a spammer. I always love that. That means we're doing something right.
The longest time somebody has been an Uber driver, 8 years.
That can't be right.
But they might be still active on the platform. That might be what it is. So of the still active, drivers are 8 years. So biggest number of trips completed by one driver during nighttime in the last 5 years, 21,603. And the bigger numbers of airport trips completed by one driver in the last 5 years, 3,929 rides. So that's kind of fun.
The largest tip received by a driver in the last 5 years, 5.303 Ron. What is Ron?
Is that
I want to say Rona. No, that's Corona.
No, but isn't that a one of the
Middle Eastern I don't know. Again,
no, I was thinking maybe it was a cryptocurrency. I don't know.
Oh gosh, crypto! Don't get me started with that.
The largest number of 5-star ratings received by one driver within 1 year was 6,393.
So one Romanian, Ron currency is Romanian leu equals 21 cents United States dollars.
So what is 5,303?
Now you're killing me.
That's $1,000. 21 cents to $1, right? So that's divided by 5. Roughly.
No, it's 5,303 times 0.21. Yeah, it's $1,100.
See, my math
that was pretty
good.
That was pretty good, bro.
My math isn't that bad.
Yeah.
So that was kind of a fun thing to do.
And then the largest number of 5-star ratings received by one driver within 1 year is 6,300 or 6,400. So that's interesting.
That is.
Oh, wait a minute. We did not even read this right. We're stupid. Did you say this at the beginning? It says this is the Uber national record books for Romania.
Oh. So apparently this is only in Romania.
Steve, give us 10 more bucks for that article. I didn't even catch that. Man, this is how bad we are in attention span. We're not reading shit. We're just like, okay, I see keywords. Guinness World Records, biggest number of trips. Yeah, this is only for Romania. That's all right.
That makes no sense.
That makes no sense. Why would you even create this article? This is bullshit. Who wrote this? Business Review by Denzia Christian.
Okay, moving on.
Slow news day. Anyways, I can't believe we missed the Romania.
Not a lot of stuff going on. Okay.
I'm dying over here. I'm so hot. I'm so hot. I even take my sweatshirt off. Now I'm really hot. What are we even doing now? I'm falling apart. I've lost my place. Oh, this is a new thing that our drivers got here. It's called Skip the Line at the airport. Oh, this is from DTW. It was Detroit.
Detroit, yep.
But I did a little research on trying to find an article. I thought it was new, and I saw, of course, rideshare guy. He's got 19 people working for him. I'm so freaking jealous. If you want it, I don't want you to go over there because I want you to stay over here. But go to Steve for news and go to Rideshare Rodeo or the Rideshare guy.
Right.
Rideshare Rodeo is Steve. It's everything. You can find effing everything on that site. But anyways, the video was like a year old.
Right.
So this has been around for a while, but apparently it's just coming to Detroit. So I guess you can take a ride and then just keep coming back for an hour. I don't know. What do you like? Did someone make a comment?
No.
Oh,
I just don't see the value of it, I guess.
I mean, depending on your airport.
Well, yeah. I mean, Grand Rapids, no.
Well, no, I don't think we'll ever get it in Grand Rapids. But DTW is a pretty big airport.
It is.
I mean, if you're flying out of Michigan anywhere like pretty far away, you're going to Chicago or DTW.
But wouldn't it cost some money?
I don't know. I don't know anything about it. Like, I literally tried to Google it. I listened to the YouTube video from the rideshare guy, one of his guys that's been around for a while. I didn't really get much information from it.
But how can you sign up if it wouldn't cost you money? That's weird.
I don't know. I mean,
maybe you only get so many.
Maybe it's a diamond thing.
Yeah.
Maybe you can only do that, but Tyler says, "Well, cut that from the pod." Cut the Romania part. Yeah, nah, we're honest over here.
It's fun.
It's fun.
It's just
so.
fun.
Anyways, if you know anything about Skip the Line, I'd be curious to know what it actually entails. It says as many times as you want, but think about it. If you take an airport ride, for us in our area, everything's suburbia. There's not
suburbia.
You're gonna get what, 2 rides in that hour? Maybe. Is it even worth it?
No, and it kills your Uber status.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems shady, whatever it is.
So are we going to take this article from the Right Check?
All right, let's see. We're running. We got about 5 minutes left. I'm going to talk about this next one, the nurses one. I thought this was kind of cool. And there's one key thing I want to talk about. So basically, this guy created a app for nurses to fight staffing challenges. As my wife is a nurse, she's currently working a 3-month bonus shift, or there's bonus shifts she's working this 3 months, and they're paying her good money, and they are struggling to get nurses.
That's crazy. And that's good.
That's good for me.
Yeah,
that means I can sit home more. So no, I'm just kidding. So it's
are you though?
If I have a rough week, it's good to know that she's making good money. I mean, so I gotta say, actually, a Tampa entrepreneur started this app. He created per diem medical staffing in the 1990s. Okay. So this wasn't an app at that, but so then recently he changed, and he has signed up more than 50,000 nurses and caregivers for healthcare facilities, mostly nursing home and long-term care facilities in 39 states. They get paid every day at the end of their shift. And the interesting part is they're W-2. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting them to be a W-2. It says they are W-2 employees, not 1099, and receive benefits from the firm. Doesn't say what the benefits are. That's just...
But I can see why, though. I mean, they want to hold on to those nurses. They're making good money on those nurses, I bet.
So you think they want to keep them on the platform or whatever?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So basically, it's kind of like labor. He pays somebody $20 an hour, and then he bills the company $25 an hour. Right. So he keeps the $5. So that's kind of what labor's doing.
Right.
You know, they're paying us $15. They're probably billing the company $20 or $18 or whatever. I hope not. But I thought it was interesting that they kept him W-2. I'd be interested to know why they did that. It seems like I know they want to keep him, but really, if they keep him, they're probably, do you think he wants to keep him on their platform? Because you would think they would just go to the care center that they went to, and they would want to keep him.
But maybe they're getting paid better at the
I doubt it. Well, no, I'm not going to say that. I don't know.
I was going to say, right? I mean, who never know?
Yeah. Anyways,
you never know. So yeah.
Jesper's trying to shut the show down. I can always tell his mannerisms.
Hey, I didn't mean to.
Steve. No, you have to do it at $10. I'm not going to accept the $2. Just kidding. So yeah, if you're a nurse and or a caregiver and you want to make some extra money, go. Let's talk about the New Zealand Uber drivers, because I think this is important. If Janet's still on.
I think she is. So,
Janet had some surgery, y'all, so give her some love. I don't know. I don't know if it's happened yet. I'm pretty sure it did, but.
So.
Are you going to click on the article?
I did.
Is it not loading?
No, it's loading. So,
do you want me to make noise? Do you
need some music? A group of Uber drivers in New Zealand won a landmark. What?
I just didn't know if you wanted some background music while you read it.
Won a landmark case Tuesday against the ride-hail company, which will force Uber to treat them as employees rather than independent contractors. So obviously, and the way that I believe Janet is talking about it, this is a pretty big, good thing in New Zealand. New Zealand's employment court decision only applies to 4 drivers who were part of a class action lawsuit filed last July, but the ruling may have wider implications for drivers across the country keen on qualifying for worker rights and protections. Now, it obviously goes without being said that the worker rights, the New Zealand worker rights is probably much, much better than they are here in America.
Well, yeah.
In which case that their worker rights and the protections, it's a better deal, it's a much bigger deal to be an employee.
You're saying you'd rather be an employee in New Zealand than America?
Well, I think it's more important that you are an employee in New Zealand because of the worker rights and the protections that you are given by the state.
Okay.
if you are an employee as opposed to a contract worker. That's my guess.
Okay.
And that is a guess. The move in New Zealand comes just a couple weeks after the U.S. Department of Labor proposed, we talked about it a couple weeks ago, widespread changes to how gig workers should be classified. Specifically, the proposed ruling seeks to classify gig workers as employees if they are economically dependent on the company for which they work. Anyways, the formal decision in New Zealand was made in respect to the individual drivers in the case. So again, right now, this lawsuit is now saying that if you are driving for Uber, or I'm assuming Lyft because it's the same thing, in New Zealand, now you have to be treated as an employee, not a contract worker.
Yeah, it says the ruling will grant the drivers in the case, but it's only 4 drivers though, right?
Well, no, but that's the thing. So this is the 4 drivers of the class action lawsuit.
Oh.
That was this specific suit, but obviously the decision is going to have to apply to all the drivers.
Yeah. It says today's ruling will grant the drivers in the case sick leave, holiday pay, minimum wage, guaranteed hours, the right to challenge an unfair dismissal, which I would love. I don't want to be part of a company, but I would love that for here. Not that it's happened to me, but it could. The right to unionize.
And then what I read about it too is it's proactive. It goes, what is it called?
Retroactive.
Retroactive, yes.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be interesting to see what this is actually going to mean for New Zealand moving forward in the months to come, how that's going to be at. And Janet, we really encourage you to kind of keep us informed. Obviously.
Do our work, Janet.
Yeah, I know. You live there and you can give us all the good stuff right away. But I thought it was an interesting read and I think it'll be fun to see what actually happens in the months to come.
So Janet was emailing us and apparently in New Zealand, you have to have a third-party commercial insurance to be an Uber driver there. And she was paying, now, I don't know if this American dollars, I mean, am I stupid? There's different money over there, right?
They're New Zealand dollars.
Yeah, okay.
They are dollars, though.
Oh, they are dollars. She said she paid basically $2,100 a year for the insurance.
But that is probably New Zealand dollars, and it's less.
I'm sure it is, but still, even if it's half, it's still $1,000 a year for the commercial insurance. So,
but over here, I mean, in the beginning, you had to have that too.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
yeah, it's interesting. Yep. New Zealand, and it's not a big area of the world, but it'll be interesting. I don't know how much it will affect us in the States, but it's only applying to the 4 news.
How is it only applying to the 4 then?
That's weird. Well, maybe this is just the conversation for the 4, and then they're going to try to push it through. That seems weird. I thought the 4 would just win the lawsuit.
I mean, I guess that is interesting to.
Why would they do it for 4? Because the 4 filed.
There's only 4 in the lawsuit mentioned. But does that only mean that only those 4 people becomes employees and now the rest of them is not?
They're screwed?
That doesn't seem right.
That doesn't make sense either,
no.
But who knows?
So definitely we want to follow up on that. And Janet, we're going to have some conversations in the future.
Anyways, guys, appreciate it. We are not doing a Patreon show after this because we basically got through our articles, but you will get a Patreon drop early in November from the interview with Sipsy. I'm excited. These guys, we should have brought them in the studio. It's just easier to do it remote because they live right in Grand Rapids. Like we could, but it's easier just to do it remote. So that'll be tomorrow night. It'll be live if you're on Patreon. You'll be able to see that. I think, fuck it. Let's do it live. Do it live. We'll do it live. Normally we don't.
Are we doing it live?
We're doing it live. Well, on
I
Patreon.
don't want to do it live.
You have to wear pants. That's okay.
Fine.
Janet, thinking about you for your surgery tomorrow. Steve, thank you so much for the super chats. Omar, he gave me a laugh emoji. Omar doesn't say much, but when he does, it's powerful. Tyler, thank you for chatting. Tora Charles, thanks for spamming. Appreciate you. The Driven Dad, I love you. Thank you for chiming in. I appreciate it. And Catherine, of course. No Larry tonight.
Remember to sign up for Patreon, guys.
And Julia, thank you for chiming in. We appreciate you. And Tommy, I appreciate you too.
Tommy, definitely.
All right, guys, have a good night. Oh, Jesper, we're working on a sign off, guys. Here we go.
So sign off.
No, wait. You remember? I say the first part. All right, you ready?
But I'm not saying the other part.
Yeah, you say the second part. All right, so this is our sign off. Tell me what you think. Don't put up with anyone's bullshit.
And we will see you on the road.
Good night, guys. This podcast is produced and edited by Hey Guys Media Group. Want to start a podcast? Check out heyguysmediagroup.com.